Social media frequently promises a frictionless path to wealth. Launch a generic chatbot, prompt some digital assets, and watch passive income accumulate while you sleep. In reality, AI shifts the nature of labor rather than eliminating it entirely. Plugging a foundation model directly into a user interface creates an exposed pipeline, leaking capital through hallucinated answers and unmanaged token costs. Without active auditing of unit economics and strict output guardrails, this configuration functions as an unmonitored expense engine. Ignoring the active management these systems require ensures a structural failure, regardless of the initial hype. To see where the capital actually goes, we have to map the internal architecture of the automated business. Revenue typically enters as a flat monthly subscription fee, providing a predictable ceiling on what each user contributes to the business. However, variable costs fluctuate with every query. This API token burn is constant, recurring, and entirely dependent on user behavior. When you account for the overhead of customer support and the cost of replacing churned users, the central profit pool begins to contract. This model forces a capped revenue stream to compete with uncapped operational expenses. If a subscriber generates $25 in server costs while paying a $19 fee, the business loses money on every interaction. Under these specific conditions, scaling the user base doesn't increase profits, it only accelerates the rapid depletion of the company's balance sheet. Beyond the financial strain, these unmanaged systems create significant external exposure. Legal precedents are already forming. Courts generally hold companies responsible for the erroneous or harmful statements generated by their chatbots. Furthermore, the U.S. Copyright Office currently maintains that purely AI-generated digital products are ineligible for copyright protection. Relying on raw AI output leaves the business without an intellectual property moat, absorbing all the legal liability while owning none of the underlying value. Building a sustainable system requires shifting to a passive-like architecture, one designed to solve a narrow, repeatable bottleneck for a specific audience. The first defense is the engineering of capped usage tiers, which aligns API consumption with subscription margins. Second, the pipeline must be fortified with proprietary data to create a product unreplicable by generic prompts. Finally, we integrate retrieval-augmented generation. This ensures the system pulls from verified facts rather than probabilities, providing a defensible accuracy layer. These specific layers transform an exposed expense engine into a protected software asset. AI provides a leverage multiplier, but the success of the system depends on adherence to business fundamentals. To organize these efforts, we use a specific execution blueprint, the AISE framework. This starts with identifying a specific audience and establishing a recurring pricing model that accounts for the cost stack. From there, you build cost-controlled infrastructure and validate the product-market fit, using data from paying users. The current landscape is divided between those who build the architecture and the consumers who simply fund the infrastructure.